Back once again for the renegade master. 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 Back once again for the renegade master.
Hello my renegades, and welcome back to this lovely fine video. I shall say myself, I have to big myself up because nobody else will, so I need to big myself up, okay? And we are back to speak about Love Island USA series 5, and it's episode 4 we're getting into. I will say before we start, please hit that subscribe button, please hit that notification button so you know when I'm back on, because as you all know, as I keep saying at the beginning of these videos, I am on the road to 1k. And I need you to subscribe because I see you all viewing my videos, because I'm hoping that you like what I'm talking about, because I like what I'm talking about. But anyway, we shall skip past that and get into it. So it starts off from the night. As we know, Carmen and Hannah had to pick the people who they wanted to be with. So Carmen picked Marco, which ain't no bones, as we already know, to Destiny, because Destiny's locked that off with Marco, basically cut that shit dead. And then we've got Hannah, who picked Victor. Now, there is an issue there because Jasmine was not expecting Hannah to pick Victor because of the fact that her and Victor had started to get on a bit better, and the fact that they shared a kiss with each other. Now, in regards to that kiss, Victor should not have kissed Jasmine. I understand that 100%, because even though he told he told Carmen that he did kiss Jasmine, but he felt awkward doing that, he didn't really want to, he still could have said no. He could have said no. So my thing is if you really did not want to kiss the girl, you could have said no. You could have let her down gently and said no. But I think you wanted to kiss her, so you kissed her at the end of the day, because she asked you. Jasmine asked Victor, can I get a kiss? And Victor obliged. So at the end of the day, that was a choice that Victor made, because he didn't have to make that choice if he really went and truly didn't want to. Yes, you could see that Jasmine was hankering for that kiss, but he could have let her down gently if he really wanted to. But he made the choice to kiss her at the end of the day. He made that choice to kiss her, and then in the next breath be putting it out in terms of the fact that he was hoping Carmen would pick him, which Carmen did. So all of that has completely discombobulated Jasmine at the end of the day. And now Jasmine is saying that Victor is on her shit list. At the end of the day, you don't have nobody else in there. You don't have nobody else in there. And at the beginning of it all, you did not find Victor attractive. None of the girls really found Victor attractive enough to literally move off their hearts to go and be with him at the end of the day. Jasmine ended up with Victor by default. That's how that happened. She ended up with Victor by default. But it's like Victor's kind of coming into his own, and all the other girls are starting to see his merits. So they're all starting to fancy him, as it normally goes, to be fair. Once one person finds you interesting, the rest of the people gonna find you interesting. So then we move on to Kassy and Leo. And remember, in the last video, I said to you that Kassy is a bit of a hypocrite, because Kassy was going off at the fact that Anna and Leo shared this kiss, and that Anna was into it. So basically, she broke things off with Leo. Okay, she broke things off with Leo due to the fact that, you know, she thought Leo was probably playing in her face, which he was. He was totally playing in her face, because it went to his head that he had 3 women interested in him. But Carmen has gone to Victor's side. Anna is definitely interested in him, and she's already made that plain that she's been interested in Leo from the start. So I don't know how that has come as such a surprise to Kassy, because Anna's been interested in Leo from the start. That's why she picked him, and she stayed on his heart at the beginning of the show. So yeah, so Kassy then ends things with Leo basically, and Leo's one of these guys, and I'm gonna say Leo is one of these guys where, even though Kassy ended things and Kassy was explaining why, he then had to interrupt Kassy and talk over her to basically say, yeah, well, it's done, to basically make him feel that he got the last talking point basically between the both of them, because after that they could not, they kind of just walked away from each other. But what I will say in that is, then after Kassy's done that, You see Leo and go and put his bits into Anna, talking the shit up as he does into Anna. But then the worst thing, as I said, Kassy is a hypocrite, and I keep telling these people up in here that these women have no loyalties to nobody. So how she then get mad at Anna and Leo sharing this kiss, got mad, proper mad, but then yet behind KK's back, you're then gonna go to Keenan and tell Keenan that you like him and you fancied him from the get-go. And then Keenan, like the damn fool that he is, sucks all of that in and then turns around and tells this girl, well, she was one of the people that she was interested in when he first came onto the platform before KK. I was like, you're full of bullshit. Both of y'all. Both of them full of bullshit. Absolutely full of bullshit, because how there was nothing showing that Kassy and Keenan were interested in each other in the slightest, because Keenan was all about KK and Kassy knew Keenan was all about KK. So with Kassy, I would say that she is a double-edged sword, like proper double-edged sword, in terms of the roundabout that she did, and she went behind Kassy's back to do that, because at no point did she speak to KK. I mean, at no point did Kassy speak to KK and tell KK that she had any type of interest in Keenan. And with Keenan, this is where I keep on saying that people will play themselves out of position because their head gets sprung by someone else being interested in them. And there was at no point that Keenan showed any interest in Kassy, even when she was with Leo. And this is why this situation between them two, for me, did not compute in the slightest, because I thought Kassy was just being a little bit fucking messy, because she saw someone was doing well and she had to come in and fucking cut that shit dead. As they say, misery likes company, and that's what I thought was going on in this situation. So then now you have a situation where Keenan is saying that he's open to getting to know Kassy. So I think one of the lads, after Kassy moves off, I think one of the lads come over and have that chat with him and basically say that Keenan saying that his head is sprung. And I'm like, if it took that minute bit of chat for your head to be sprung, then you did not deserve KK at the end of the day, because KK has been fucking loyal to you from the get-go, because she felt the connection that you two both had, that we actually watched them have. They had that connection, like proper had that connection. But Keenan wants to fucking swig it all up the motherfucking spout for a girl who's just dumped her man for basically kissing on Anna, then goes around and starts talking in the ear of Keenan. That was off. I'm sorry, but Kassy's behaviour for me was off, like totally off. She should have had that conversation with KK first before she even thought to approach Keenan in the slightest, to be fair, because that would have been the good thing to do. But no, this show is full of bullshit. Like, I don't know what it is with the people, how they probably are previously to how they then get when they get in the fucking villa. I swear to God, it brings out something different in them. It brings out something different in them. Or either that, it shows us that this is how these people operate in the outside world. This is how they operate in the total outside world. So then going back a bit, we have Keenan and Kassy still chatting, still talking about this situation that they're now in. And you see KK looking outwards, thinking something's going on in here. Something is going on in here. So she's like, I want to go get my man. Like, I want to walk up. I want to go sit next to him. And I'm going to see what the chatter is about. But as soon as KK gets there, Kassy gets up and leaves. Now, why is that? Kassy gets up and leaves because at that point, Kassy could have pulled KK to one side and said, this is the dealio. But I suppose as well, on the flip side, that should have been, in the first instance, the responsibility of Keenan, because he's the one that has the loyalty to KK, whereas Kassy don't have that loyalty to her. But although I said that she may not have that loyalty to KK, at the end of the day, she should have had some sort of least girl code kind of loyalty, because you've known her for that long. She's been in there from the beginning. You two were the two that met first. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Kassy should have had those discussions with KK to say that she had a kind of an interest in Keenan, but she didn't say a word. So then Keenan has that discussion with KK to let KK know what's happened, the discussion that's happened between him and Kassy. KK basically took it on the chin, but as she said further on down the line, she literally took it on the chin because she didn't want it make it to seem like it was bothering her, but it was bothering her at the end of the day, because neither one of them, especially Kassy, did not have that conversation with KK. Yes, Keenan had the conversation straight after he had the chat with Kassy, which was good on him, to be fair, but all throughout of that episode that I've watched, Kassy didn't have no type of conversation with KK to even let her know that she was interested in Keenan and she was interested in getting to know Keenan, because the only time Kassy was decided to get interested in Keenan was when her and Leo broke things off. And even then, that girl, when she was with Leo, as I keep saying, didn't show any instances that she was interested in any of the other guys, in that villa. So that's why it came as a shock to me. I don't know about you, but it came as a bloody shock to me that she was interested in Keenan. Even failing that, I don't even see those two together, to be honest. I don't see where there is that kind of, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? There is that kind of connection with them both. I don't see it. I just don't see it. So then we get to the night time, and it's a masquerade ball, and a new bum has entered the villa by the name of Harrison. He's Australian, and he's kind of cute. Not my type, but he's kind of cute, and I can see why the girls took a hankering for him. So then they all played a game, basically, and they had to, well, it was the producer's idea, so the producers are fuckery for the game that they got them to play. So they literally had to guess who it was who did the things that was said on a card and then go and kiss the person. I won't even go through the whole bullshit that was that game. But all I'm going to say is why did Keenan go and try and kiss Kassy? And it is true what KK said. It was because he wanted to kiss her, knowing full well that that card probably wouldn't have had Kassy's name on it. He wanted that kiss from Kassy. So that's the only way he was going to try and get it. And then made himself look like a rotted fool, because then when he goes to kiss Kassy, he gets a kissing, but then she pushes him away. And this is what I talk about when I say you're going to play yourself out of position, because he made himself look stupid. He allowed himself to get in a position to make himself look stupid. And Kassy, the person that he said he was now interested in and wanted to get to know, was the one that made him look stupid. But yet the only person who stood strong behind this dude, KK, was literally left in the motherfucking background. So now you've got Keenan sitting there wondering if he made the best decision, because he made himself look like a fool for kissing Kassy and Kassy not reciprocating. So then he has a conversation with Kassy, and I'm like, shouldn't you have had a conversation with KK before you went to Kassy at the end of the day to apologize to her for your behavior at the end of the day? Because through all like this, as I said already, Kassy's not spoken to KK once. Not spoken to KK once about her interest in Keenan, but then wants to sit there and push Keenan off out of respect for KK. I call bullshit. Like, I honestly call bullshit. Like, seriously call bullshit. So she can't turn around and say that Anna's this, that and the other with Leo, when you've just proven yourself to be a whole motherfucking hypocrite up in this game. Like, proving yourself to be a whole hypocrite up in this villa with everybody. So, as I said, Keenan's gone to Kassy to have that conversation with her. Kassy then starts blasting, as you do, because things are getting hot under the collar for her, and she's explaining to him why she kind of pushed him away. And as I said, the explanation she gives is bullshit. It's bullshit, because at the end of the day, if you saying you wanted Keenan, then you should have backed that up. But she didn't back that up in the slightest. She did not back up her actions in the slightest. And that should tell you something. Okay, that should tell you something. And that's why KK was right. He showed his arse and he got it handed to him at the end of the day. So there's nothing that she can do right now in order to make things right, because it's not her responsibility to do so. It's Keenan's responsibility to do so. I will say for Keenan that he did have a bit of self-reflection when it came to the end of this episode. I don't know how it's going to work out with him, especially in regards to KK. But then KK, even though KK was saying like the issues that were wrong with the situation, she then turned around and said that it's still nice. It was still nice to be picked though. And I'm thinking, this is how this villa fucks with people's mentality, like fucks with people's confidence. Because I'm sorry, and I'll say it as I said it in the UK one, this villa is not built for love. This whole Love Island concept is not built for love. Seriously, it is not. Because it's going to put you through the absolute ringer in order for you to decide, is this the person that you really well and truly want to be with? And yes, it shines a light on you and the things that you may accept that you may not necessarily accept on the outside. So my question would be, is what changes? Like, what changes for these people when they get in the villa? That the things that they're accepting from these people are not what they would accept on the outside. And that's the question that I'm going to leave you with. That's the brain teaser I'm going to leave you with until I am back with my next video. So as I will say, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, like, share, comment, do whatever you need to do. And I'll be back very soon with you all with the next episode. Peace out.